Hey, it's Jake Gagne. Thanks for watching MotoAmerica on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment.
Can Peterson get a good solid first 2 laps under his belt if he can? And let's see what happens with Schultz on this brand new bike.
20 laps scheduled in this race. Lights are off and we're rolling. Looks like a good start from the #1 plate. Gagne and Petrucci not with a great one. Peterson in second spot, but here comes Petrucci up the inside, and it's Schultz who slots himself into second place. Looks like a clean run through turn #1 and turn 2 for most of the field. It looks like Cameron Peterson back in 4th spot had a bit of a moment.
Petrucci came from a long way back to slide himself up there underneath Cam Peterson there in 4th place. Escalante looks like he's got a nice start there in 5th. And it's all about this first lap, isn't it, with Gagne all the time. Look at him right now, Greg, trying to run away. I know that those Westby boys put the best bike they could underneath Schultz for the conditions of having to deal with another crashed motorcycle this morning. So Matthew doing a nice job so far, kind of keeping Gagne honest. But let's see what this first flying lap is. As you can see, Petrucci isn't quite close enough to do anything with Schultz at the moment. And Cam's doing a nice job of keeping Petrucci honest as well. We saw Cam slide back pretty quickly yesterday. And talked to him this morning. He's got to clean those first couple of laps up. And, you know, the thing is, Greg, for Cam Peterson there in 4th, he was able to still see Gagne at the end of that race yesterday. And I think that's a nice step forward for him.
So Fresh and Lean Progressive Yamaha Racing's Jake Gagne leading the way over Westby Racing's Matthew Schultz. And then it's Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati New York's Danilo Petrucci from Italy. And then Cameron Peterson at Fresh and Lean Progressive Yamaha. And it's all about these first 2 or 3 laps as things start to bunch up in second place. And Cam Peterson up and out of the saddle as he had closed right on the back of Petrucci, as Petrucci is now on the back of Matthew Schultz.
You know, he's done a nice job of getting himself back on the bike. That time through for Peterson, even with that, Greg, was a 25-1, so he almost matched the leaders. As you can see, these 2 guys, wow, that's some bike handling skill from Schultz to not get into the back of Petrucci. That was a close one, G-Dub. Petrucci now through to second place.
Danilo Petrucci with a nice aggressive pass on Matthew Schultz.
Schultz has been able to kind of close that gap back down to Petrucci, and it's going to be interesting to see where they pass. Now, we talked, you made me laugh this morning when you said you talked to Petrucci. He heard our telecast last night, and you could see Schultz going back up underneath Petrucci now into turn 1. He's going to park him. Where's Cam Peterson? Cam Peterson's going to be right there too, Greg. Yep.
Nice move by the South African Schultz to park Petrucci, and even a better job by Cameron Peterson to work his way past the Italian.
Yeah, I saw Cam there, and I was thinking to myself, this is the best opportunity. When you see 2 guys getting sat up, and Schultz sat Petrucci up, I knew Cam would be there somewhere in that mix. But Petrucci just basically was talking about, like you said at the top of the show, the engine braking management that he lacked a little bit yesterday. And that was what was getting him into that turn so deep. Look how far back Cam Peterson is here. Now, the thing is, the Schultz isn't quite able to tip in where he wants to, so he's got the bike stood up. Cam's behind them, getting the bike turned underneath Petrucci, and he's able to take advantage of that spot.
All the while, Gagne takes advantage of them slowing down into turn #1, and his lead has extended.
He's putting this time together, and he's trying to get that gap back. Hannah?
Talking to Richie Escalante just before the race, he said he wants to shoot for a top 5 finish, and he certainly has that in his sights right now. He said yesterday he really liked how the tires felt at the end of the race, so he's really hoping to make a difference in these last few laps here.
Back up to this battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and Cameron Peterson has fallen victim to Petrucci, and Peterson now slots himself back to 4th spot for this rider on the final lap of the Medallia Superbike race #2 here at Virginia International Raceway. Jake Gagne has gone 24-1 as his fastest lap on lap #2. He's been circulating in the 25.5s. There's a look at the gap, 3.6 seconds.
Matt did a really nice job in that final sector to get down the hill fast enough to where he created a little bit of a gap, so Petrucci couldn't do anything with him in turn 1. The next shot's going to be after they come out of this little S section here on the run down to turn #7. This is earlier where we saw Cam Peterson get real sideways. Matthew's got to be clean as down through here so that Petrucci can't get underneath him, and he's also got to protect just like he's doing. But Petrucci's going to try to take a shot anyways, but not quite close enough.
Boy, Schultz just sent it into turn #7, is able to hold a nice tight line, get over the hill, and then start ripping through these S's, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So Petrucci needs to be closer if he's going to throw him something at the top of the hill.
Matthew gets absolutely sideways through there. Total control as he gets down into turn 10. But Greg, can he draft him by the finish line? That's the thing. It's really hard to do on these Superbikes. It puts you to the outside.
Coming down the hill, you can see that it's Jake Gagne who's going to come onto the start-finish line and wring the neck of his fresh and lean progressive Yamaha. He will take victory. And the dash for second place comes to the line, and it is Matthew Skoltz who holds on for second place over Petrucci by 20 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, that is a result there. I don't know what has happened. Something has happened behind Gagne. It looks like nope. Just trying to figure out what the positions were there. Where is Petrucci?
Not really sure what happened to Petrucci on that one. Yeah, we're taking a look.
Interesting. I'm just looking down right now from out our window here.
So we do know that Danilo Petrucci was able to cross start-finish line in third. But
yeah, turn 1 it's hard to go through there, Greg, where he.
So after the race, he crashed.
Yeah, and you could see Gagne looking back, and he was making gestures like, "What has happened back there?" So Petrucci came across the line. And then this fast kink here, and you can see he's up and okay.
Wonder
Thank goodness for that. Wow.
If perhaps he didn't see the checkered flag.
No, he saw it. I think you get in that draft, but he was trying his best to do something with Matthew Skoltz. They came across the line. He may have just ran out to the left edge of the track, Greg. That is so fast down there.
Wow. There's something that we don't usually see.
Yeah, there's the braking markers for turn number 1. So he has done this in the fastest section of the track. And man, is it good to see him up and okay. I could tell that something was going on there just by the looks of what.
Well, the question I have is, why would Jake Gagne know that? That's the thing.
He was looking back. He was looking back to see who finished second and third and saw something going on. And I could see him gesturing. So just happy to see that Danilo Petrucci is up and walking, because that's a scary place to do that.